Hello. This is a compilation of videos that we made to express how our trip to Japan went. It's basically just a short little fun video to tell you where the flip we've been gone for so long. So, yeah. See you later. So, on the first day out, on the flight, we watched Puss in Boots: The Last Wish and Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves together. Then I attempted to get sleep for 13 hours. If you don't know, that's the length of the whole flight. I didn't manage to get any sleep for the entire flight. So, not only was I also incredibly tired, I was also probably having a very minor case of hypothermia, or what felt like it, or a really bad cold. So it was not good. Sunrise. When we actually got there, we checked into the hotel, which looked nice, and then we had a look at the Skyview Tower, went to Asakusa,
yeah.
And then saw a temple there. And we came back to the hotel, had a bad dinner, and then got some sleep. This morning, we went to the Nintendo shop, which was a bit overrated, I found. A lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Wasn't much in there to do with Zelda, which I was mainly hoping for. It was a bit of a shame, but apart from that, it looked alright. It was okay in there. There was a little Switch thing so you could play on the Switch. We played a game of Mario Kart. I got first place, Stephen got 7th.
Yeah. I shouldn't have got 7th. I was doing better, but it didn't work. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
We then went to Toy Sapiens, which was this really cool place where they had a bunch of cool stuff from Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney in general. Where I got this helmet from was from Toy Sapiens.
Go.
Rebel speed is at 0.036 degrees from main base at Endor, over. And yeah, it was a really cool place. Loads of figurines, other helmets like this. There was some figurative, well not really figurative, but cosmetic lightsabers as well, which was cool. I think Kyle went to like this temple thingy, which was nice. It was in the middle of a big park. I'm not sure if he'll have any photos of that to show us.
Yeah, he might do, yeah.
So then we went to Akihabara. I think that's the next.
That's right.
Which was basically like supposed to be a massive, like 1 mile long road with massive shops on the side, which are basically entirely dedicated to anime, manga, and video games, and some other stuff in general, old video games as well. I struggled, especially on the way back. My god, we were walking for like 3 hours trying to get back to the train station, so oh my god. So that freaking took forever.
It did take a while getting home. It was a long trip home.
In general, not much stuff there that was interesting. There was some really old arcades there, like Stephen had a go on Star Fox, which he really liked. He said he played it.
Yeah, that's good. I enjoyed that.
When he was young.
Yeah.
So that was good for him, I guess. Kyle got Initial D, full series of movies, which was good for him. I basically got nothing out of it.
Yeah.
Basically just walked around looking at stuff. Okay, by God, you will see some of this in the videos anyway. The amount of stupid, overly sexual anime characters in the entire thing is just like... I don't know why I'm arguing, and you would say, Seb, what is? So, like, flipping awkward.
There is some of that. You do see some of that.
Yeah, that was basically today. So today we went to the teamLab thing in the morning, which was interesting. There was basically very much a sensory overload. So there was a bit where you had to climb up a steep slope, which had water gushing down. It was cool. There was mainly two areas. It was water area and garden area. Water area was much better. You had to wear the entire thing barefooted. Yeah, and then there was like this really cool, basically like fish pond place in the water area where you could interact with the fish, and when they would then change to like some shell sort of things with spikes around.
So they weren't real fish?
No, projection. A lot of projections in this.
Okay.
And basically then if you interacted with that, it would split off the spikes and would disperse and then disappear entirely.
Okay.
Or projected up. You know it's projected because I could see in the mirror, because there's also mirrors around this particular one. A fish just along my back, so it is projected.
Okay.
And then you've got the infinite glass universe, which is pretty cool. Basically a bunch of strings hang down from a roof, which are just basically the strings are just a bunch of LEDs, and they're all synced to like this peaceful music in the background, where they're like fluttering and turning off and on, look like stars. One bit looks like you're going light speed at one point, which is quite good. And also the entire room is just basically a ginormous mirror, so it looks like it gives that illusion of it being infinite as well. Then I think there's like this little soft ball area. Basically it's a bit of a trudge to get over, but basically it's just filled to the brim with sand, I think.
I think it's like bean bags, isn't it?
Beanbags, maybe.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah.
What about the flower room at the end?
Yeah, and then the really nice serenic flower room are basically mirrored floor and projections around the entire room. And basically the projections around you are moving in such a way that it looks like that you are falling, or you're twisting and turning, like flowers going that way, but you staying still, while also there being projection on the floor to give the illusion of the floor going like that.
Yeah,
Constantly.
It was a bit. It was
freaky, but very peaceful.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a good summary. Yeah, it's good.
If I look directly at the floor, I can see that we're not moving. Like over there. If I look there, it looks like we're moving. This is really trippy.
Is this surreal or what?
Yeah, this is very difficult to tell whether we're moving or what's around us is moving. Of course, neither is true, but yeah. If you look at the floor, it does seem to be tilting.
It does, doesn't it?
The video of it isn't brilliant because the camera simply just has a heart attack, rendering that many pixels. So it's not brilliant, the video footage. The garden area. There's only 2 rooms in the gardening area. It's a lot smaller as well. Basically, the first one, go into this area, you can see upwards. And there's like glass in the roof. It's not like an illusion, this one. Basically, it's just like a bunch of silver beams that are like up to waist height. And they're just mist and some plants. That's basically it. Yeah. And then the other one was this bigger room with mirrors again on the floor. And basically just plants hanging down from the ceiling, and they would change in elevation, which was quite good. But then it did say, please do not touch the plants. But yeah. Yeah, look, they're not particularly...
What is?
That was the teamLab thing basically summed up.
Mm-hmm. And this afternoon, what did we do?
This afternoon we went up Sky Tree Tower, which I'm not sure you can see it, but if we stand up for a second, just to get a small reference.
Pull back the...
So you see the height of this tower? Basically, triple that, and that's the height of Skyview Tower.
So you can see the sky tree right behind it at the top.
Yeah, that's the
At
Sky
the top of the sky tree. We'll get some better pictures and we'll overlay some videos, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah. So I went up that. It went a lot better than I thought it was going to go, to be honest. The cows are this big.
It's good, yeah?
Look at that little cat.
It's like SimCity.
It is like, I was going to say the same thing. It's like SimCity. This is huge though, isn't it? As an observation floor, this is pretty good, isn't it?
It's just E-Tech stuff.
Yeah?
E-Tech.
A good opportunity to advertise, put your logo on your fucking building.
Yeah, because they know people are going to be looking down. It's really interesting seeing the different skyline, you know?
And you just got a plane which is casually at the same altitude as us. I stood on the glass floor.
You did? It was good, that.
Which was freaky. It was 350 metres up. So, not brilliant for me who's afraid of heights.
You're terrible. You're terrible.
I'm testing.
Good.
I tell you, it would have been a hell of a way down if that actually.
Yeah. You gonna walk on, Sam?
Yeah, at least I would have got a video of it.
Yeah, both my feet have touched it.
It's a long way down, isn't it?
You just got to.
I hate you. I really do.
All right, we've all done it. Well done. Well done. Okay.
Nice view as well up there. You could see very far away. The cars were like this big. They were very small.
Yeah. It was a good height, 350 meters, wasn't it? And then 450.
50.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
top one. Yeah, long way up, long way up. Okay, that's good. So, how's today gone, Samuel?
Today started off interesting. We leave Tokyo and headed to Nara. Nara was alright. So far, at least. The hotel is, by God, one of the most poshest things I've ever seen. I was like expecting it's like outdoors, it's going to be a bit ragged, and it's like, oh, it's not going to be as good as the Tokyo one. Stephen pulls in to like this posh dining room and there's violins going, and it's just like the posh white chairs and everything, and it's just like waiters going like this with their trays, and it's just like as soon as you drink something, it's just like they just come over and just refill it, and it's like, what? So I was not expecting that. Additionally, the meal cost and the meals itself. I'm used to like one big meal and then dessert and then that's it. I like get 8 courses. I'm like, what? They were quite small to be fair, but still. Like, very experimental as well. Like, some of the stuff I got here looked like it belonged on MasterChef. I mean, seriously. It's like, we'll have some pictures of this plate covered in gold sparkles with an ice cream and a nice white chocolate stick on it. It's just, yeah, it's really good. And overall, smoother than I thought it was going to be. It wasn't brilliant, there were some fails.
Yeah, there were 2 things you didn't like.
2 things
Yeah.
that were bad. And I think maybe 3, which I fully ate, and some I partially.
Yeah.
I'm slightly picky.
I think the soup was the worst, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, oh god, yeah. The soup was like, it was cold, which I was not expecting. They said asparagus, which was, I was thinking of like nice vegetable. It's like just flat out water smashed in your face, just slightly mouldy. Not really mouldy, but more.
It was a funny
More
flavour. It was like asparagus flavoured soup, but cold and yeah.
Very weird.
It was a bit weird.
The trip to get here has been debatable, to say the least. Getting from Tokyo to the bullet train was fine. It was the stuff that came after that was more dodgy. The bullet train itself. If you don't know, the bullet train is currently the holder for the fastest transport, at least, train in existence. They call it the Shinkansen.
Shinkansen. Shinkansen.
Shinkansen. Okay, here. Yeah, it's very fast. You see a little building just pop out of existence. See it for 1 second, it's gone. We did apparently pass Mount Fuji, and I knew it was going to be passing Mount Fuji, but we didn't see it. It didn't pop out, at least.
I think I was asleep at the time.
Yeah, that may have been possible. Oh well. Hopefully we'll see it on the way back.
Yeah.
Once we got off the bullet train, we were in Kyoto then.
That's
So we got a taxi to like a mall sort of area and went to a samurai museum, which was less a samurai museum, more of a samurai tour in a museum. So then we got back and we made the critical error of taking the slow train to Nara. So instead of taking 20 minutes, it took an hour and a half.
It took a while, didn't it?
So that was very painful. Yeah, and now we're here.
Yeah.
There is deer here. I do know that.
Here,
So like the
Nara.
entire, it's like a massive park. I know there's going to be like deer just walking around. So hopefully that'll be nice tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's
good. And now we're just going to get some sleep here, and then tomorrow, as you said, we'll
walk with the deer.
Walk with the deer, and then we'll leave and go head towards Hiroshima.
Yeah.
Sam, what have you been doing today?
So this morning we woke up in Nara Hotel, well refreshed, well, decently refreshed. We first of all went out to go and see the deer in the massive park near our hotel, which we successfully did. We fed some deer, or more so they fed themselves off of us, as they basically were waiting at the feeding station, just two of them, just waiting to be fed. And basically, yeah, as soon as we got the food, they just started eating it for us. So, yeah.
Okay.
Something that more.
You got it?
It's still going.
What did you do? Oishii desu ne. It's delicious.
Yeah, so
Good. I've only got two. This one is hungry. They get that. This one is starving. The last one try or? No, this one is. You're really hungry, aren't you? Really hungry.
He's gonna go for Kyle's one as well. Once he realised.
This one's ravenous.
Just immediately.
Oh, waffle thin mint. Yum yum. Okay.
Okay.
we should have a recording of this for the sound, but there's a bunch of like insects that like this big.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe a
This
bit.
big.
Yeah.
Decently big, vegetarian, but by God the noise. Sounds like birds in a rainforest at night. It's awful. It's everywhere where there's trees. Extremely loud.
Yeah, it was noisy. It was.
The breakfast in Nara Hotel. Yeah, that was not as posh, but still decently posh. Anyway, then we got the bus to the train station. Got on the train station, went back to Kyoto, and then we had a bit of a panic attack from what we could see going from Kyoto to Hiroshima, which is where we are now. Every single train up till 3:25 at the time, and at 3:25, and at the time it was 11, was booked, which includes non-first class seats. So we had a bit of a panic, but it turns out it's just that everything that could be reserved on those trains was reserved, but we could actually get a seat. So it was fine. We got on the last second and messed around a bit until we asked someone, and then we
Got a seat.
got a seat.
Yeah.
And then we arrived here, we got the tram to the hotel, and then we went to the memorial.
So where are we, Sam?
We are in Hiroshima.
That's right, Hiroshima.
Famous for being radiation place
Yeah.
in World War II. I'd say it's sure it marked the end of World War II.
Yes.
So
It is incredible.
it looks completely fine, and they
does.
sorted the whole place out.
It does, doesn't it? It does.
You wouldn't expect something that
which was interesting. Apparently they had a flame, and apparently the flame has been burning since 1954, so that was interesting to say the least. Then we walked back, and we had a McDonald's for dinner, which was probably the worst dinner we've had.
What else did we do, Sam?
Oh, we did also go for a swim as well, which was nice.
Yeah.
I'd just say very expensive swimming.
Yeah.
£16 per person.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Jesus. Yeah. Tomorrow, hopefully, we're going to get the train to Osaka to go to the Nintendo store, which is supposed to be bigger than the one in Tokyo. So hopefully they'll have something there that we want. And then we're going to head back to Tokyo for another 2 days.
Okay.
And that's the plan so far.
That sounds good. So, what do we do today, Sam?
So today, the majority of the day was just travelling. The only thing that we did tonight that was actually... There was only one thing that we did that was actually kind of productive today. And we only got one thing out of it for Kyle. That was it.
What was that?
Which was... I'll speak... We'll get on to it before. So, at the start of the day, we left Hiroshima, we got the taxi to the train station, and we got the bullet train to Osaka, and then we got a taxi to Osaka station. And then at Osaka station, we went to Nintendo Osaka, which was supposed to be bigger than Nintendo Tokyo. And it was. And there was more stuff in it, and there was T-shirts and a lot more stuff in general. However, there was not really much more Zelda stuff than there was in the Nintendo Tokyo. So we didn't get anything, but Kyle got something for himself.
damaged Master Sword.
They do have a damaged Master Sword, that's right. What's this top?
Look, it's got links on.
Ah, that's what it is. That's good. That's good.
This is the paraglider.
Yeah.
It's quite.
Yeah.
We did get an ice cream, which we maybe I'll see a photo of now. But that was good. And then we got the taxi back to Osaka, and then we got the bullet train to Tokyo. And that was pretty much the day. But the bullet train took a good 3 hours. And then we came here, we dumped our stuff in the hotel, we got our dinner, and then we've just come back. And that's pretty much been it. Not much done today.
Yeah.
Just been travelling.
Okay. All right. We're going to leave it there then.
Yep.
Okay. So, Sam, what did we do today?
So today was kind of a rest day. We started off, we got the train to Akihabara again and got this, which is a Breath of the Wild Amiibo. It's Link on a horse with a sword.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, that took a bit of finding to get. We went around Akihabara a bit more, but there wasn't really anything else we gained from it. Then we proceeded to come back and then have lunch. We watched some YouTube, had a walk to a shop, we got some clothes for me, then had walked back, watched more YouTube, had dinner, walked back, and then we're currently watching YouTube now.
There's been a lot of YouTube today.
Yeah, probably should have. Yeah, we haven't really done much today, but we are very tired from the previous days, especially seeing yesterday. I'm fairly sure we did basically the whole day was travelling.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's basically it.
So what are we doing tomorrow, Sam?
So tomorrow we are going to the Science Centre in Tokyo, well, one of the 3, I think, science centres. In Tokyo, it's a more nature-based one, so there's going to be some fossils there, which is always good.
Okay, is that it then?
That's basically it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. So, Sam, what have you got up to today?
So today we went to the Science Centre and it was very good in general. There was a blue whale, I'm fairly sure to size, outside. There was a lot of stuff inside. There was a lot of fossils, stuffed animals, stuff in general. An entire exhibit of multiple skeletons of like T-Rex and other vegetarian dinosaurs that I can't remember the name of. I'm fairly sure
Diplodocus.
Apatosaurus.
There's a Diplodocus there as well.
I'm fairly sure there was an Apatosaurus that wasn't a Diplodocus. Annoyingly. Yeah, there was, and they had multiple floors. They had this sea fossil level as well, with some mosasaurs and an effing large turtle.
Which was excellent. I love the turtle.
Huge.
Yeah.
They had this floor with just stuffed animals, which was interesting. A lot of animals there, basically just telling you. I think most of them were around the Asian area.
Do you think they were stuffed, or do you think they were...
It was stuffed or made up. I think it's
I thought-
likely that they weren't stuffed.
Yeah, I didn't think they
I
were
think
stuffed.
They were stuffed. But-
Okay. All right.
And then there was some like sciencey stuff as well. There was some underwater craft and some satellites as well.
There were, yeah.
There was a very nice presentation of how the Earth has begun and then ended and up to today, which was
Have some well, wasn't it?
interesting.
Yeah.
How life came to be.
Yeah.
So
It's like Spore, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we like Spore, don't we?
Like some plant life, fish.
In that room there was an Allosaurus as well, which I correctly named before I saw what it was.
You did. You got that one spot on.
Extinction events.
That was, yeah,
That was the asteroid.
that was the first asteroid. I can't remember the first mass extinction event. I can't remember what it was called. This is our age. It shows the Earth as well and how the Earth's changing. It's really quite neat.
Yeah, I think that was mainly in the museum. I can't remember if there's anything else.
Do you want to talk about that video thing we did at the end?
Oh yeah, the planetarium.
Well, it wasn't a planetarium, but whatever it was. 360.
Auditorium. Basically, you queued up. There was multiple different ones that you could do, but we queued up. Basically, you're in a planetarium, and all it is you just stand in this walkway, and it's a 360-degree thing. Which is quite neat, but you're standing. You're not sitting down. Additionally, the main thing is in Japanese, so you have to have a little headphone thing with you, which is nice because you can control the sound on it. But yeah, it's the narrator is very, well, at least in the one we were in, was very not
engaging.
Sounded slightly insane.
You didn't enjoy it, did you?
Yeah, it was targeted at like under 10s.
Okay. Yeah.
It was very
And then what did we do when we came back from the museum?
YouTube.
Yeah. We had some difficulties getting back on the underground, didn't we?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. And you were hot by the time you got back, weren't you? Yeah. So yeah, basically
tomorrow morning.
It was a lazy afternoon,
Yeah.
wasn't it, tonight? Yeah.
Tomorrow morning we need to wake up at 5:40. Sign out, and then get quickly one plate from the buffet.
That's right.
Just to have something, maybe something from the 7-Eleven if it's open.
It won't be.
And then get the taxi to the airport and hopefully leave the flight. I have got trousers this time, so hopefully I won't freeze to death
On the flight,
in the flight and actually get some sleep this time.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, that's basically it. So, on the return flight, it was a lot better this time. I watched Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which was interesting. Okay. And then I did actually manage to get some sleep. I got a good 5 hours of sleep this time. I bought some trousers the day before, so I was well prepped. I didn't get cold, so that was good. And then we came back, got in the airport, and then we came back here, and so far I'm still waking up at obscenely early times in the morning currently. This is 3 days later recording of when we got back. So I hope sometime in the future I'll be able to manage to get my morning schedule back to 7 o'clock waking up. Currently I'm waking up at 5:30 in the morning consistently. So, that's where we've been. I hope you enjoyed this short compilation, or hope it's going to be short, and maybe actually be like for half an hour long. Well, I hope you enjoyed this whatever time compilation of our trip to Japan. And yeah, we'll see you later.